Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Dr. Korachi and in this video we will discuss types of mobile security threats. Now, in this video we will cover what is mobile security threats, general categories of logical mobile security threats, types of mobile security threats, and future threats of mobile threats. Now, what is a mobile security threat? Now, this term is used to specify, usually general threats to mobile device, data, privacy, and application on mobile devices, such as mobile phones, tablets, laptops, and others. Now, two things we need to be concerned with. The first one is the physical threats, which is, typical things that mobile devices faces, including theft or damage. These threats are much higher for mobile devices due to their portability and potential for human error. Unauthorized access to mobile devices can lead also to physical and logical attacks, which can be very dangerous. The second one is the logical threats. Because of the malicious software programs, we can access mobile devices through different sources without permission from the owner. Now we're going to look into three things: the application-based threats, web-based threats, and network-based threats. Now, the application-based threats refer to the risk posed by faulty or malicious apps that hackers can use to steal data and install viruses or any another type of malicious code on mobile devices. Now, some malicious apps may appear legitimate, but they have internal coding or other bugs that can compromise your data and privacy. The other issue is that even legitimate looking apps can access data and privacy settings using disclaimers and privacy policy agreements. Now, furthermore, hackers can exploit any vulnerabilities in the code of legitimate apps to launch cyber attacks on mobile devices, which might result in malware installation, spyware installation, privacy risk, and vulnerabilities in legitimate app. Now, the network level mobile security threats, mobile devices face network-based security threats, such as Wi-Fi, access point sniffing, and network exploits in the operator environment. The hackers can exploit those operating systems of the mobile devices while connected through local networks or cellular networks. Also, the applications already running in the local network can also exploit faulty network points to gain access to your mobile devices. Now, there's another issue, of course, the Bluetooth vulnerabilities, which can open some vulnerabilities allowing hackers to access mobile devices. Addressing these threats require implementing security measures throughout the network, including using like a VPN server for mobile communication is highly recommended. The last one is the web-based mobile security threats. The risk to mobile devices is even higher than PCs, because they are continuously connected to the internet. The major web-based threats to mobile security, including phishing and fake messages, drive-by downloads, browsing unsafe websites, and of course, social engineering. Now, phishing and fake messages are sources that pose a serious threat to mobile security, while drive-by downloads occur when malicious apps download automatically while browsing a website. Now, and there are different types of malware threats. Malware, basically it's a general terminology, cover a lot of, different type of uh, threats. Now, the severity of the mobile malware has also increased with the various types of mobile malware, like ransomware, spyware, banking malware, adware. All of these, they pose a significant threat to both end users and enterprises. Additionally, Thousands of malicious mobile apps are blocked on a daily basis due to suspicious activities and codes by the App Store vendors. But despite this, it is likely that hundreds of malicious mobile applications could still enter users' devices from various application stores. Now let's look at the spyware. Spyware can run on the mobile devices without your consent or your knowledge. While some applications are rightfully available in the different application stores, others are malicious and can be installed on the mobile devices through tricks such as spam or SMS phishing. Now, those malicious spyware applications can monitor your activities, okay, and send information such as text messages, emails, calls, photos, billing, location, passwords, and more to a remote server set by hackers. Now, there are some type of spyware, it's a commercial one, these are often associated with the free software installed on the mobile devices, free software you can download, yeah, but however, these companies that offer free software ask ask you to agree to a terms and condition, which may include the use of commercial spyware to collect data related to user behavior for targeted advertisement. Like also in some cases, these programs can trick users into installing them, allowing them to spy on the user activities and collect information to sell it, of course, to a third party for marketing activities. Now, the browser hijacker here, it's a significant source of a spyware. While malicious applications such as plugins and extension, being added to the browser to spy on the user activities. This leads to browser settings changes, allowing hackers to control the user's mobile devices. Browser hijackers may include tools such as like keypad, loggers, and change search engine option. The final one is here in under the category of spyware. It's the malware, where you have full page or small pop-up advertisement appear in your browser. Now, these pop-up advertisement may include, malicious links, leading you to install malicious code on your mobile devices. Now, the phishing, we're all familiar with the phishing here, which is it can originate from various forms of communication, such as emails, pop-up ads, fraudulent phone calls, and short messages. They could also contain malicious codes or links that can be downloaded malware into your mobile device to steal personal information. Now, the Trojan horses has several categories here. The first one is the backdoor Trojans, which is secretly install themselves and allow remote hackers to control mobile devices and carry out malicious activities. You have the DOS Trojans. It will use your mobile phone to overload targeted servers with service requests. The rootkit, they could stop security services and hide additional functions or other tools to prevent detection of threats on mobile devices. You get the downloader, which disguise advanced versions of malicious codes to evade antivirus software and download lethal Trojans. We got the ransomware one, which is encrypt data on the mobile devices and demand ransom for restoration by, you pay, they will give you the decryption key. The spy Trojans track and send activities details to remote controllers run by hackers. And the proxy server Trojan convert infected mobile devices into proxy servers to launch cyber attacks on other devices. Now, let's look at other types of mobile threat is the malicious mobile app, MMA. Now, if you look at this figure over here, it says the Bluetooth Auto Connect. Okay. Now, according to Beeping Computer website, the Bluetooth Auto Connect got over 1 million download and install back in 2022. Uh, Malware Bytes, a very well-known company, found that the apps have a 72-hour delay before showing the first ad or opening a phishing link in the web browser, and then continue to launch more tabs with similar content every 2 hours. Now, the researchers they found out that the new browser tabs are open even when your phone is locked. So when you unlock your phone, after a while, you find multiple phishing and ad sites open. Now, these categories over here you see, okay, these are classified according to their objectives, such as spying on the user activities, okay, or creating backdoors on the mobile devices. Now, the phishing attacks also through SMS, MMS, push notification, and web ads are also a major source of installing malicious application on the mobile devices, tricking users to click malicious links or download faulty application from fake websites, you know. Now, you might be asking, what is the objectives? Well, the primary objectives of malicious mobile apps can include like sending premium rate messages, calls for financial gain, tracking online activities, stealing financial and banking information, recording and stealing conversation, establishing unauthorized access, controlling mobile device resources, downloading other malicious codes, launching cyber attacks, tracking location and stealing system information from your mobile devices. Now, it is really important that to identify potentially harmful software. You know, you could, for example, like read the user reviews about these applications before you decide to download. Now, if you decide to take the risk and download this app, then I strongly recommend to monitor the battery usage, network data activity. It is also advisable to keep Google's Plays Protect feature enabled to enhance the safety of the device. If any of those nasty applications, found in your Android device, now it is strongly recommended to uninstall them and perform comprehensive system scan using either Play Protect or a trusted mobile antivirus suite from very well-known vendor. And I stress on it, very well-known vendor. Another thing here is the data leakage. A mobile application usually requires uh, users to agree to the terms and conditions, which often include permissions to access and collect data from the user's device, such as access to certain features, as you see in this figure over here, libraries, photos, camera, application history, microphone, Wi-Fi, device ID, and while some other professional mobile apps don't sell this data to third parties, many others do. So please make sure to read those permissions because otherwise this can be a serious issue for you as their personal as your personal information may be leaked. Therefore, again, check app permission carefully before download and decide. Now, in this figure over here, okay, this shows a typical Android manifest.xml file with declared permission. Here you can see that permission to call phone, write external storage. All these are permission. Send SMS, receive SMS. All these, so basically you are giving these application access to these type of features in your phone. Now, according to a research paper, by design, every Android app runs within its security boundary. It cannot access data related to other apps or perform sensitive operation by default. The permission mechanism governs what an app can do. Now, those permissions are declared in the Android manifest uh, .xml, as you see here in this example, for every application. Permissions are requested at the runtime when required by the app. The user has the ability to either deny or allow those access. So again, make sure to read very, very carefully. Now, another issue is here with the out-of-date software. We all know the hackers use sophisticated techniques to exploit vulnerabilities in a software application. So making it very important for application to be updated and patched for emerging threats. Now, this requires two things. First, application owners must identify and remove flaws in the code with the new patches. Second, you as a user, you must apply these patches by updating the application. Now, failure to do that, basically, it will pose a major significant threat to your security. So it is also important if you notice that application that has not been updated for a very long time, or what we call a dead application, you need to remove them immediately. Now, outdated mobile devices, these are another issue in mobile security as they run very old operating system platforms that the providers say we no longer support. It's very old. See, this is because of the rapid changes in technology and the emergence of new software tools and application make older mobile devices obsolete in the marketplace. And the release of a new security patches is withdrawn or discontinued for them. This leads to increased number of outdated mobile devices in the market, and there are many out there. And that's by itself, that's a security issue. Now, poor password management. Users often use multiple online services and applications, and managing multiple passwords in a way that is easy to remember is challenging. You know, using similar or easy to remember password and saving passwords in a browser on a mobile devices pose a threat to mobile security. In fact, a study found that over 39% of Americans use the same or similar password for different online services and mobile applications, threatening data integrity and mobile security. And rootkit threats, you know. Now, if you look at here in this figure, you will see that here's the attacker has a full access to command and control. Now, you as a user, you decide to install the malware from a third-party app, or or the malware installed by phishing email. So here you can see that the malware start collecting data and device, about device and download rootkits. You know, now you saw for yourself how the access allow malware to download those. Now, what happened? Roots device and downloads now new modules, and it will start stealing some important information, as I showed you in the previous slide, and even your authentication tokens as well. And this means the hacker will be provided access to your Google account, as you see over here, which is like photo, play, drive, documents, Gmail, and so on. And this also will inject code into the Google Play and start even downloading even more fraudulent application. It's a chaos. Now, if you look here, you will see, for example, like the application rootkit, for example. This rootkit can change mobile application settings and working behavior, like a notepad, calendar, etc., etc. The kernel level rootkits modify the operating system and its core functionalities to change the behavior of the entire mobile device. This is serious thing. The bootloader rootkit uh, reboots your mobile phone again and again when you turn on your mobile device. Now, the firmware level or hardware rootkits infect the firmware and the disk space on the mobile devices, and the memory rootkits play with the RAM to overwhelm the device and reduce performance of your mobile. Now, types of mobile threats, actually, when we talk about the mobile device policy, this applies to enterprises, in my opinion. The use of mobile devices in the workplace is widespread. You've seen it everywhere. With companies providing company-owned devices or allowing employees to bring their own devices, a proper security policy is extremely important and necessary to ensure the security of the company data and mobile devices. It is challenging, actually, to create a security policy as devices are used for personal and official purposes and are taken home by employees. However, a good policy should include rules for what is permitted and what's not permitted. As you see over here, like, ban of a certain website access, ban of data transfer. You should have a device wipe application ready to wipe remotely these devices. Updated rules, ban of accessing public network, you know, employee accountability, data backup, and of course, training is very important, for employees, So therefore, a proper mobile security policy is needed to ensure enterprise and employee information security. Now, what is the future threats of mobile security? Well, we keep reading a lot of information on the news. We know by now the security attacks on the mobile device will increase in the coming years. Securing mobile device in the future will be even more and more challenging. The size of the mobile security market, along with the size of mobile security breaches, cost will also increase. And finally, these are the reference used. And thank you so much for listening to this video.